We are from Bachelor of Business Administration, Human Resource Management. Our company practice is Media Prima. Our first presenter is Nurul Najiha binti Norazlin. Our second presenter is Nur Maisarah binti Rosli. Our third presenter is Muhammad Tarmizi bin Muhammad Ali. And our fourth presenter is Nur Farah Suhada binti Zulkifli.
Assalamualaikum. Our company practice assignment, that company we choose is Media Prima Berhad. It is Malaysia's largest media and entertainment conglomerate with business interests. Media Prima Berhad is the leading fully integrated media company with a complete repertoire of media-related business in television, print, radio, out-of-home advertising, content creation, and digital media. The group operates 5 television channels, which is TV3, Didik TV KPM, 8TV, TV9, and 5 Wow Shop, and also 5 radio stations, which is Bulletin FM, Fly FM, 8FM, Hot FM, and Molek FM. Media Prima is also the owner of the Straits New Time Press, Malaysia's largest newspaper publisher, with 5 national news brands, which is Nature News, Straits Time, Berita Harian, Harian Metro, Sintiu Daily, and Guangmin Daily. The company was formed in 2003 out of the demerger of Malaysia Resources Corporation Berhad, which is MRCB, media assets, namely System Television Berhad, which is runs TV3, and the New Straits Time Press Malaysia Berhad, which is later held since 1993. The group currently ranked 3rd in Malaysia in digital reach following the 2017 acquisition of REV Asia Holdings. One of Southeast Asia's leading digital media groups. In 2018, Media Prima became the #1 choice of mobile content ahead of Google and Facebook. Also, Media Prima is one of bursa in Malaysia. In this slide, in corporate structure, we have Media Prima Television Network. For example, including this group, which is TV3, TV9, 8TV, and TV7, CJ Workshop, Tonton, and Extra. Next, we have the New Straits Times Press. For example, New Straits Times, New Sunday Times, NST on mobile apps, Berita Harian, and Harian Metro. That the famous news that provided by Media Prima. Next is Ripple section. In Ripple section, we have Fly FM, Hot FM, 1FM, Cool FM. Also, we have podcast segment. For example, the famous one is Ais Kacang Podcast, The Lucky, and Lunaria. After that, Prima Media also have billboard advertisement. The name of brand is Big Tree, Kurnia, Gacha, TRC, and UPD. This is how Media Prima selling the advertisement or content. Next is Prime Studio. This is actually more focused on drama and movies. The famous one is Prima Studio and Grand Brilliant. But last but not least, Media Prima also produce Media Prima Digital. This one is more focusing on media social such as YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and website. They have media digital content like Says, which is Seismic, and Oh Bulat. Those are always get attention on media platform. In this slide is focusing about force of innovation in the digital environment of Media Prima. Digital transformation is happening and competition is increasing. Current market trends are fundamentally changing in the media industry, such as the declining growth of traditional revenue streams as a new revenue model emerge. Individual business model being replaced by a complex ecosystem. Next, digital brands gaining prominence powered by the ability to deliver an engaging multi-channel customer experience. The speed and magnitude of disruptive technologies have forced media companies worldwide, such as companies, to evolve business model rapidly and at scale. They continue to innovate by embracing digital-based business strategies in order to successfully compete in this new ecosystem. This information results in a market tendency requiring high reactivity for therapy implementation of solutions. Next slide is staffing organization challenges. There are 6 challenges staffing by Media Prima. The first one is skill shortage. In a competitive market, it can be told that to find a candidate with the exact blend of experience and qualification that you are looking for, as employee need to look toward trends in finding top talent in job seekers. What we see is the need to reskill or upskill candidates that may not have specific qualification or certification, but fit in all the other way with the company. Candidates who are ready to learn and share a company's value can fill a position with great success once they have received the proper training. The right person can learn what they need to know. If your existing client or new ones are willing to train, consider finding the best candidate who is willing to learn, that checks the most boxes and provide the training to become that perfect fit. Next is high competition. Technology has certainly allowed for more competition and at a much faster pace. Many businesses are not only challenged with a skill shortage, but also facing difficulties snagging great candidates quickly. The third one is a lack of speed. In the hiring process, speed matters. In fact, top talent is usually hired within 10 days of being on the market. If companies still recruiting the old-fashioned way, you won't be recruiting for long. The name of the game is speed and efficiency. Both need to work together to find the best candidate quickly to fill open jobs and demonstrate your business performance to your client. Next is outdated strategies. Thinking that the process you have established or in place now will always work in dangerous game to play. People, technologies, value, and example of that are always changing. And so is the way to take information in a process information. Strategies need to be relevant and flexible. Technology is used to support the strategy. After that, the staffing challenges is poor workplace engagement. From having to pull away from the office and needing to operate remotely to business closure of periods of time and more. The pandemic sure taught us a lesson, so much lesson, how to and not to engage with one and another. Whether within your own staffing firms or with clients and candidates, engagement has always been challenged, now shown on a global spotlight with the pandemic. Last but not least is unrealistic employer expectation. The hiring process is a challenge in and of itself, but add in unrealistic expectation and it can turn back quickly. It's not only about hiring for the position, but rather about hiring the right person for the position. When assessing your hiring process, whether you're professional HR recruiter or staffing agency as a whole, expectation need to be realized and realistic and communicated. Tech can support in keeping this expectation in check while also ensuring you are not missing out the opportunities for job talent for your open jobs. Last lab that conducted by me is staffing models. Media Prima defining the study purpose and selecting staff development evaluation methods. Next, they're collecting statistical information and defining the expert group membership like creating a source file. After that, Media Prima also processing collected information, then conducting validity tests of the obtained result. Next, defining the integral indicator of the staff development level. Last but not least, analyzing obtained result and developing recommendation to improve the level of staff development of a business entity.
Now I will explain about Media Prima Human Resource Planning. Human resource planning is the continuous process of systematic planning ahead to achieve optimum use of an organization's most valuable asset of quality employees. Media Prima established an Occupational Safety and Health, which is OSH Committee for the effective management of safety and health issues. Further forecasting is leading from the top. First is the Board of Directors executes the group's sustainability strategy by overseeing business strategy and risk management. Second, the group managing director and senior management are accountable for the sustainability practice within the perspective business and operation. And lastly, the board and senior management team hold the regular discussion and reviews on aspects of sustainability such as risk, employee health and safety, operation, talent management, compliance and business strategies. Media Prima Berhad also are more equitable in rewarding high achievers in the workplace. Media Prima Berhad percentage of employees' basic salaries are paid to the Employees Provident Fund, which is EPF. It also forms the value other than payment that is provided to employees in return for their contribution to the organisation, for example, healthcare and insurance, paid sick leave, casual dress atmosphere, car allowance or expenses, medical insurance and life insurance. Is job analysis. Job analysis method helps to understand the function of employee perform, the tools and skills employee needs, the result they achieve. Media Prima Berhad use the work-oriented job analysis and the purpose is to provide information about tasks and outcomes. They apply this method in the form of interviews because it helps to analyze the jobs and establish expectable job outcomes. Next, Media Prima Berhad, known as wide range media related enterprise, which they provided the variety of job and their human resource use title, position, location, duties and reporting for variable as criteria for job description. Media Prima Berhad also is leading fully integrated media company that related with television, radio, advertising, content creation and digital media. There are 6 job specifications for Media Prima, which are business and management, creative arts, general skills and pathway, IT and computer science, science and teaching and education. Next is recruitment and selection method. Media Prima Berhad are using local hiring practice and the purpose of using this method are to support the local economy, to reduce the environmental impact from commuting and foster community involvement. That's all from me. Thank you.
I will explain the decision making. Decision making is an important aspect of recruitment in order for company to hiring the ideal candidate. According to Josh R. theory, decision making is defined as the selection based on some criteria from 2 or more possible alternatives. It is process or step in recruitment and selection in choosing the best option and potential candidate for the organization and also the Media Prima. So we go to the next one. Factor influencing in decision making. First, legal consideration. HRM in every company are bounded and complex with decision or the rules that are set by legislation. In preparing, sorting and choosing the right candidates, the company will hire their potential candidates according to what qualification that they are having as per required and as per needed in the job qualification. The second one is speed of decision making. In general cases, the selection process is followed by specified policies and it is procedure to protect the organization from legal issue. The third one is organizational hierarchy. The recruitment and selection process will rise according to filling posts various levels of hierarchy in the organizational structures. For Media Prima, decision making for recruit their potential candidate is very according to vacant that Media Prima offering. The fourth one is applicant pool. The recruitment and selection process also influenced by the number of applicants for a particular jobs. In the case of many qualified candidates, the selection became more selective. For the purpose, the selection ratio is certain by comparing the selected of applicant in the pool. Media Prima always seek for the best candidate for their company. We go to the next slide. In decision making, there is a process of step recruiting that I need to comply. There are 5 of them. First, know exactly what you want before you start to seek their candidates. And the second one, decision which platform to advertise the vacancy. The third one is select the right hiring team for the job. Fourth decision, apply critical thinking while handling the recruitment process. And the last one is same for the second one. Decide which platform to advertise the vacancy and vacant. The next slide, final match. The stage during and after the company or organization select the most suitable candidates that suit the KSO the most for the vacant position. Final match, decide based on all information gathered during recruitment and selection process. Before receiving an employment offer, the hiring, decision and selection process should be documented. Comparison of applicant made and noted after an offer are typically not admissible in support of the final decision in the case of grievance or other action emanating from the hiring process. Media Prima do have recruitment method that all candidates must go through. And the next one is importance of final match. First, it is cost effective and time saving. Second, to avoid the occurrence of bias. Third, to filter out the incompetent candidate. The fourth, provides a guideline to evaluate the candidates further through strict verification and reference checking for future employing. The last one is help in analyzing and unleash the potential skills that our potential candidates are having. The other slide. In final match, there are 2 processes contained in final interview and job offer. The first, Media Prima will conduct interview before they make any decision. This is often an opportunity for them to explore your skills and experience further. As the part of the final interview, Media Prima may want them or you to present a presentation during final interview. The brief will generally focus on specific question or problems or recommendation. The presentation will be 10 or 15 minutes and followed by the question and answer session from the interviewers. You may also require to make different members of the team so that they can get ideas how you fit in the existing teams. So this is the final interview for the Media Prima. We go to the next slide, staffing flows. Create a correct job description for each required position. It is the first step towards success of recruitment and selection process. Media Prima need to provide correct information about the job requirement and skills that are important to the job position. Second, focus on innovative recruitment and selection process. Media Prima need to involve candidate selection in activities to take part in tasks or give some projects to candidates in order to test them before considering to hire them as a part of team. Third, time of recruitment. It is very important for Media Prima to hire the right people at the right time. The requirement process should be structured in such a way the time to recruit. Fourth, train interviewer properly. In order to conduct the recruitment, the process is not an easy job. The interview is not a cup of tea to everyone. It is important to Media Prima train their interviewer properly.
I'm going to present about staffing method. Once you have understand what are the new manpower needs of your company and what candidate make for the most desirable prospective employer, you will need to focus on finding the talent you need. So what the best staffing method? The most efficient staffing methods are tapping into an international talent pool, advertise externally to your company, using digital and traditional marketing strategy including job boards, social media and web advertising, also using requirement agency, and lastly leveraging the potential of today remote workforce. And don't forget, that the very step of the hiring process is to invest in an application tracking system, especially if your hiring plan is for a growing enterprise. This strategy can help you assess the efficiency of your requirement process and ensure to be attracting the best candidates for the job. Media Prima, they use local hiring. Local hiring practice has been introduced at all operational office. The proper notification of open position is given as an action is based on job criteria. The most important of local hiring for Media Prima is to support the local economy, reduce the environmental impact from community, foster community environment, help us meet our hiring needs and support the local economy. The economic progress is a part of due to their providing local employment opportunity and investing in the company workforce. They take a part in a various career fair organized in the country to reach out this talent. They also do employee volunteer. In 2011, the Media Prima and STP volunteer bridge was created. From promoting diversity, Media Prima create a creative digital future in workforce must be very as possible. At Media Prima, diversity not only refer to multiculturalism but also to the fair representation of gender and age category. No matter their background, Media Prima offer equal career progression possibility to all of its workers. For Media Prima management, they call it Media Prima People Strategy. They have 6 people strategy, which is leader, high performance, talented development, resourcing, company culture, and efficient value adapting people process management. For leadership, they have leadership demonstrating Media Prima value in their every working behavior. The leader also take ownership in their role of leading people, change, and business. Higher performance is for performance management is embedded in daily business. Performance excellence is recognized and rewarded. Talented development is what talent is valued. They encourage and provide a good opportunity to their people and develop strategy and critical competitors. For resourcing, they have a strong employer brand that attract people with the right attitude, mindset, and competitors. Company culture, they drive the transformation of the company by supporting digital enabled way of working and sharing across business platform. They develop a working environment supporting innovation and collaboration. Lastly, efficient value-added people process management. Both decision making and process education gain value from the use of intelligent people and process management. We have come to the end of the presentation. In conclusion, requirement and selection is the process of identifying the need for a job, defining the requirement of the position and the job holder, advertising the position, and choosing the most appropriate person for the job undertaking. This process is one of the main objectives of management. That's what Media Prima Berhad need a good performance management system for their employee in the organization.